An interesting day, the glorious 12th. First I chased these people with the tag on my ankle, saying, why didn't you get back to me yesterday? And I said, it needs to be repositioned. And then they said, oh, what have we got here? Oh, on the records here, you weren't in bed at 11 o'clock last night. I said, of course I was. And they said, no, you weren't. So they're coming round at 8 o'clock, most likely to send me back to prison. So they'll be bringing with 2 men in blue and a pair of handcuffs. And then I said, well, hang on, didn't you ring me? Hang on. That round my ankle is a GPS. So where was I if I wasn't in my bed? Silence. And I said, well, but you got my mobile. Oh, we rang you. I said, yes. So you rang my mobile. What was the number? Well, what is your number? I said, don't get information from me. I'm after your information. Don't you do that with us or you go straight back to prison. And I said, so what phone number did you ring? And he wrote down my mobile number. I gave him my mobile number. And, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. Anyway, I'm maybe back in Exeter prison. And we've got the little bastards on the run in Wales. They have had me locked up for 5 years of my life. And it's now decision time and it's payback time. And I warned the judge. I actually wrote to the judge, which is, I think, the first time in my life I have stooped to the gutter to have to write directly to the Recorder of Exeter, which is, you always address your letter to the clerk of the court. And I said, no, I've had enough of this nonsense. I'd had the whole afternoon trying to get my car back from the Bridgewater police, who had found it great fun saying, no, you have no driving license. It's not insured because it's in France, and you can't prove ownership. I said, I brought the owner who sold it to me, and yet he sent you a receipt by email. They thought it all very funny. And I said, what do you think? See that French car there? It got released. I waited for you lot to go off duty, and I called in a traffic cop, and he said, yes, your French insurance is legal. You are clearly owner of that French car, based on the paperwork we've given you. Thank you. And I drove away. They were so annoyed. They refused to communicate with me at the counter. Just usual pollution that's crossing the channel now from that stinking part of our United Kingdom, South Wales, with their wicked police force and their totally corrupt judicial services. Oh, and we could also mention the prison, of course, that evil place, Park Prison, who said, got a phone call from the police, steal all his property, his wheelchair, his clothes, his shoes, and we want the machine gun paperwork, and kick him out the door in handcuffs on the 1st of November. That's exactly what they did.